Why do 85% of late-night walkers feel a chill down their spine? Is it the darkness that envelops the streets, the silence that amplifies every sound, or perhaps the feeling of being watched? For many, the night holds an inexplicable sense of dread, a fear that something unseen lurks just beyond the shadows. This fear is not unfounded. There are countless stories of eerie encounters and unexplained phenomena that occur under the cover of night. One such story is that of Lena, a woman who loved her late-night walks, until one fateful evening changed everything. Lena loved her late-night walks until one eerie night. She found solace in the quiet, the way the world seemed to pause, allowing her to gather her thoughts. The streets were familiar, and she felt a sense of ownership over them, as if they were her personal sanctuary. But on this particular night, the air felt different. It was colder, and the usual comforting silence was replaced by an unsettling stillness. As she walked, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was not alone. She saw him standing under the streetlight in a black suit. At first, she thought it was just another late-night wanderer, someone like her who found peace in the solitude of the night. But as she got closer, she realized something was off. The figure was unnaturally still, almost as if it were a statue. The streetlight cast an eerie glow, highlighting the sharp lines of the suit and the pale skin of the figure. Lena's heart began to race, a primal instinct warning her that something was terribly wrong. No face, just smooth, pale skin. Her heart pounded. Footsteps echoed behind her. Lena's breath caught in her throat as she realized the figure had no face. Where there should have been eyes, a nose, a mouth, there was nothing, just a blank expanse of skin. Panic surged through her and she turned to run, but as she did, she heard footsteps behind her, matching her pace. She glanced back, and the faceless figure was moving, its smooth, featureless face turned towards her. The sound of her own footsteps mingled with the echo of the figures, creating a terrifying symphony in the night. She ran, but he was there, whispering, "You see me now!" Lena's legs burned as she sprinted down the street, her mind racing with fear and confusion. How could this be happening? She had walked these streets countless times and never encountered anything like this. The whisper was soft, almost gentle, but it sent chills down her spine. "You see me now?" It repeated, the words echoing in her mind. She dared not look back again, focusing all her energy on escaping, but no matter how fast she ran, the whisper seemed to follow her, growing louder and more insistent. The next morning, she never spoke again. When the sun finally rose, Lena was found sitting on her doorstep, her eyes wide and unseeing. Neighbors tried to talk to her, to understand what had happened, but she remained silent. The vibrant, talkative woman they knew was gone, replaced by a shell of her former self. She would sit for hours, staring into the distance, as if still trapped in that nightmarish encounter. Doctors and psychologists were baffled, unable to break through the wall of silence she had built around herself. And the footage showed she was running alone. The police reviewed the surveillance footage from that night, hoping to find some clue, some explanation for Lena's condition. The cameras captured her running down the street, her face a mask of terror, but there was no one else. No faceless figure, no mysterious man in a black suit. Just Lena, running as if her life depended on it. The footage only deepened the mystery, leaving more questions than answers. What had Lena seen that night? Was it a figment of her imagination, a manifestation of some deep-seated fear? Or was there something more, something that the cameras couldn't capture? The truth remained elusive, hidden in the shadows of that fateful night.